Today we're going to talk about the fourth point we've gotten out of this text. You can change your mind. Focus on your purpose. You are the answer to the spirit of fear. The Bible decrees and declares, and I know you've heard this before, but I want to repeat those for those who are just tuning in. The Bible declares that there are two kinds of fear: fear of the Lord and the spirit of fear. The fear of the Lord is beneficial and it means reverence. And we see it referenced in Psalm 111:10. For the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. A good understanding have all those who do his commandments. His praises endure forever. But the spirit of fear biblically is referred to anxiety, terror, worry, apprehension, horror, cowardice, timidity, dread, and yes, faithlessness. This spirit prevents us from stepping out on faith, out from our comfort zones, out from our familiar places, having interaction with perhaps those who don't look like us or talk like us. This spirit of fear prevents us from walking into the room even when we're not the smartest person in the room. This spirit of fear has us acting insanely, doing the same thing time and time and time over and over again, expecting a different result. I've shared with you that the Apostle Paul was incarcerated in a Roman prison, and Roman prisons historically were not good places to be. He's in a dungeon. Now, typically, Paul's arrest was house arrest. So that just meant he was at a home. He was able to still enjoy the luxuries of being at home. It's just he wasn't allowed out. And even still, in his house arrest, people could come and he could still impart to them. But now, Paul is in a dungeon, a dark and dismal place. Ever found yourself in a dark, dismal place, not sure where light's going to come from? Paul is chained also in this place. And even the fellow believers who are trying to bring resources to him, things for him to write on, letters to him, food, clothing to him, don't even know. They're not clear, and they're not being told by the Roman government where he is. He says, even in this incarcerated state, I want to stop for a moment. If there's someone who's watching this and you're facing incarceration or you're incarcerated right now, I need you to know that right now, the place that you're in is the place where God can talk to you and you will hear him. It may not be what you want to hear from me, but I need to tell you the word of the Lord, that often God has to chain us. He has to incarcerate us and put us in closed places so that he can talk directly to us. But understand this, your incarceration is no reflection of your future. Your incarceration is not a reflection of your future. Your incarceration right now is not a reflection of your future. Your shackles, your handcuffs, your chains are not a reflection of your future. I need you to know that. But Paul is writing this. He's telling his son Timothy in the ministry, who ultimately becomes Bishop Timothy. He's telling his son, the journey is going to be difficult. Obstacles are going to be thrown at you. Things put in your way to prevent you from moving to one dimension to another. But I want you to understand you can conquer the spirit of fear. So I want you to remember the gift. Stir it up. Focus on the purpose that I've given you. Focus on that. And you will know that God didn't give us a spirit of fear, but of power and of love and a sound, hear me, a sound mind. The King James Version refers to it as self-control. And we also know, we see it in Galatians 3 with the fruit of the Spirit. Over the past 3 weeks, we've been talking about the spirit of fear, and we understood you can choose not to accept fear because God did not give it. You can challenge fear. You have power over fear because you're a winner through Jesus Christ, and you are a champion, and you're appropriately armed to fight. Love is your weapon. This week, we're going to talk about you can change your mind. Oh, how many of us have changed our mind? We change our minds every day about a myriad of things, but you can change your mind about the spirit of fear. Focus on your purpose. You are the answer to the spirit of fear. Wow, we got through the whole month to come just to this. You are the answer to the spirit of fear. Did you realize that you are the answer to many things? That is why you were placed here on the earth, to be the answer, to be the solution. You are the solution. You are the answer to the spirit of fear. You are the ending of the equation after the equal sign to the spirit of fear. I'm excited about this quote with noted African-American icon Rosa Parks. She said, "I've learned over the years that when one's mind is made up, This diminishes fear. Knowing what must be done does away with fear. I got to say that again. I've learned over the years, this is Rosa Parks speaking, that when one's mind is made up, this diminishes fear. Knowing what must be done does away with fear.